American Idol just wrapped its 21st season. Can you believe it? Crowning a new winner this past weekend. Our next guest served as a mentor more than 10 years after his win in season 11. Phillip Phillips not only beat out the competition back then, but he also has the best-selling song in Idol history with the single Home. Now he's making his comeback with his latest album, Drift Back, which includes the track that just hit streaming services a few weeks ago, Before I Loved You.
There was nobody before I loved you.
I like it. Joining me now is none other than American Idol royalty, Phillip Phillips. Phillip, thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I appreciate it, yeah.
So this is your first album in 5 years. Yeah. It's been a while. So what has life been like for you professionally and personally?
Yeah, professionally, oh man, it's been a roller coaster. You know, I grew up just wanting, to play music for the rest of my life, and then when it actually happens, there's so much more, everything becomes a lot more real when it happens. There's a lot of beautiful things, and I've gotten to do a lot of amazing things, and there's a lot of difficult times, but the past 5 years anyways, I've had a little boy. He's awesome, just a crazy little nut. And I kind of went through a stage where, I was obviously writing a lot of music, but, in 5 years, you get COVID, all that, and, there's a lot of uncertainty for, there was for a lot of musicians. And so for those couple of years, it was like, what am I supposed to do? And so I just kind of kept writing, and then, like I said, it's been 5 years since my last release, and that was on a major label, and that is what that is, and now this is all me, and kind of self-funded indie, and really happy and proud of this record, and I hope it's good. It might suck, but I hope it's really good.
Well, from what I just heard, it sounded good. I'm sure it's great. Has your family influenced this album at all?
Yeah, it's really about my relationship with, not just my wife, but other family members in my life, and situations I've gone through with, with family, and things that I've kind of just pushed back on the side, kind of pushing to the side, and kind of, for me, come to kind of facing it, face to face, and dealing with those issues or problems that, I haven't really wanted to deal with, and either I can just go on the road and just avoid it with me and my wife, or whatever it is, and then when you get stuck home for a couple of years or a few years, you kind of have to deal with a lot of things when you're around, and and this album really represents that. We
mentioned that your song Home is the best-selling song in American Idol history. You won in 2012, and it still hasn't been beat. Was there pressure there at the start of your career, being that successful, and then, to continue on? Were you nervous that you just wouldn't be able to recreate something as successful again?
There's a little bit of nerves with that. It was a really big song, and, success for me, success was I wanted to make a great album, not just a great song, and that first album went, over platinum, and it really connected with a lot of people. When I go back and listen to that album and listening to this new album, my voice has changed. My writing has changed a little bit, and how I play guitar, and I feel like as a songwriter, I've gotten better. This record is really more emotional, I think, than a lot of my last 3 records, and yeah, I think it's good. I hope.
You recently, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. You recently went back to American Idol as a mentor. What was that like, going back so many years later? Oh,
it was terrifying. Going back on Hollywood Week, and then you got to get all that pressure, and then so walking into those rooms with seeing all the faces, from the producers to the guys putting the mics on me, to the camera, all of that. It was just it just brought back so many memories, a lot of good memories, and those people were like family to me. And then having to mentor these kids, a lot of those kids are a lot more talented than I was at that age, and really cool meeting with them. You can't teach anything in 5 minutes. I was just kind of giving my best advice of just go with your gut, and get you a good lawyer, and have some fun,
That is really good advice. Get a lawyer, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate talking
Thanks
to you.
for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, thanks. Phillip Phillips, his new album, Drift Back, will be released June 9th.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.